All right, if we look at the work for today and read the notes real quick, it says, when working with equations that contain more than one variable, there's often more than one solution. Solutions can be represented using ordered pairs when the equation contains two variables. All of the solutions to an equation are called the solution set and are put in these brackets. So we've talked about the solution set before, we've used those brackets, but now you'll notice we're moving to equations that have multiple variables. So for example, and I know you did a little bit of this last year with Mr. Stork or Mr. Fosnot. For example, we have 4x minus y equals 10. So the ordered pair x comma y would show you the solution. So again, x comma y would be the solution. So if we look at 3 comma 2, that would be x would be 3, y would be 2 there. So our job for these is to plug that answer in and see if it makes sense or gives us a solution. So by doing that, we are going to substitute these values into the equation again. So we have 4x minus y equals 10. So instead of 4 times x, I'm going to substitute 3 in where the x is. So 4 times x will now become 4 times 3. I'm just using parentheses. And then instead of minus y, now we'll have minus 2 equals 10. 4 times 3 is 12, minus 2 equals 10, and 12 minus 2 is 10. So 10 equals 10. That means it worked. That means it is a solution. It gave us a true answer in the end. So make sure you're putting that work in, and then again, you can bold, underline, highlight, circle, however you want to do that if you are on a computer. So let's try the second one. Same thing, we're going to use the same equation. Now we have a different solution set. We have 2 comma 3 instead of 3 comma 2 now. So we're going to plug that in now. So we have 4x minus y equals 10, and we are doing the same process. So 4 times x will now become 2. So 4 times 2 minus y, again y is now going to be 3, equals 10. 4 times 2 is 8, so 8 minus 3 equals 10. And just thinking about that, we know this isn't going to work. 8 minus 3 definitely does not equal 10. So again, that would be 5 does not equal 10. So this is not a solution. So you will not circle that one on your paper, or highlight, or underline, or bold. All right, here's your job. Go ahead and take the next couple minutes, and I want you to try the rest of these. So you're going to plug in, again, if it's easier for you, you can write x comma y above all of them, and then you are going to plug in the new x and y values to see if it is a solution. If it is a solution, it should give you a true statement, like 10 equals 10 at the bottom. If it is not a solution, it will give you a false statement, like 5 equals 10. All right, if we go down to number 3, it says how many solutions are there to the equation 4x minus y equals 10? And if we think about or look up to number 1, we had a number of answers there. And if we think about it, is anything else going to work outside of what we had there? Will there be any other answers besides the couple we circled? Because if there's only the ones we circled, then that's the answer, right? That's how many solutions there are. Yeah, exactly. I see a couple people saying it. There's actually infinite solutions to this. We could continue to go on forever. We could plug in 500 for x, and there'll be a y value that corresponds that will make a true statement in the end. So we can put in infinite solutions. So number 3, there are infinite solutions, or unlimited solutions to that problem. If we look at number 4 shows a visual representation of the solutions to 4x minus y equals 10. And again, if we think about that, anything that will fall on this line, if we drew a line here and continued it forever, anything that falls on that line would be a solution to that equation. So all of those dots on there right now are all answers, are all solutions. So if we just pick one out, we can pick any of these out, and you're going to make it an ordered pair. So if we look at this, we have 0, comma, -10 as this ordered pair. And if we want to think up, if I plug that in, right, that's my x is 0, so instead of 4 times x, I'll have 4 times 0, minus my y, and my y is -10. So just to check it, 4 times 0 is 0, minus -10. We can change two negatives to a positive. So is 0 plus 10, 10? Yeah, that's 10 equals 10, so that worked. So anything on this line, any of those ordered pairs should work. So I selected 1, you can select the same one or a different one if you want. It just says 2. Label 1 of the ordered pairs there. And then if we look at number 5, it says 4x minus y equals 10 is an example of a specific type of equation. What type of equation do you think it represents and why? And the options are linear, exponential, and quadratic. We'll talk about those later, but again, I told you if we look at this line, it looks like a straight line. So which one of those? Linear, exponential, or quadratic? And the answer is actually linear. So if we look at that graph, that looks like a straight line. If the graph is a straight line, it is linear or linear. That is an easy way to remember what linear is. So go ahead and explain that that is a linear equation because the graph looks like a straight line. And then our last one we will do together for today. The sum of two numbers is 25. So we're thinking about the sum of two numbers is equal to 25, and then it says create an equation, 5 solutions, and then graph your solutions below. So we're thinking about the sum. We have two different numbers. We're going to let x and y represent the numbers we don't know, but they are equal to 25. So if we draw that as an equation, sum means to add. So that would mean I would have x plus y is going to equal 25. Right? And then it says list 5 solutions. All right, so I just need to put a couple solutions here, and any two numbers that add together to give us 25 will be a solution, right? So I can put 0 and 25. 0 plus 25 is 25, so that will work. Your job now is to find 4 others.